In this video, I'm going to do some 3 questions here, including one MCQ and one word problems. So let's begin with the first question. In the first question, it says area of a rectangle is get reduced by 9 square units if the length is reduced by 5 units and the breadth is increased by 3 units. So let's say if I make a rectangle first, I made a rectangle and I took its length as x and breadth as y. So clearly the area is going to be length into breadth. That is original area is xy. That is for the original part. Now in the next part it says that its area is reduced, right? And that means we need to make another rectangle. Now for the other rectangle is saying that for the other rectangle it says the area which was xy is reduced by 9 square units. So original area was xy, right? It will be reduced by 9 units when the length is reduced by 5 units. So reducing the length by 5 units, that means the new length is going to be x minus 5, right? And here the breadth or the width is increased by 3 units. So the new width is going to be y plus 3, right, as it is increased. So what we can say from here, that the new length, which is x minus 5 multiplied by the new breadth, which is y plus 3, is equal to the new area, that is xy minus 9 for this one. Now let's simplify this to obtain a linear equation. X into y is xy, then x into 3 is 3x, minus 5 into y is minus 5y, and then minus 15 is equal to xy minus 9. We can say that xy get cancelled, and therefore we get 3x minus 5y. This is 3x minus 5y. On transposing minus 15 to the other side is going to be positive 15 plus 9, which is 6. We got one equation here. Now, let's say in the third case, what does it says that if we increase the length by 3 units and the width by 2 units, so the area increases by 67 square unit. So if I take the third rectangle, let's say I took this as the third rectangle. Now, we don't need to draw the diagram. Just for the clarity of the answer working, I'm doing it. In exam, you don't need. So if you are increasing the length by 3 units and the breadth is also increased by 2 units, the new area increases. The area increases by 67. That means the new area of this rectangle is going to be original area, which is xy plus 67. This will be the new area. So we can now frame a new equation here using this. Now for this, what I'm going to do is set it aside. What we have as what you can say from here. Okay, so we can see from here that the new length, which is x plus 3, and the new width as y plus 3, and the new area is equal to length into breadth is equal to area. So now x into y is xy, and then x into 2 is positive 2x, 3 into y is 3y is equal to xy plus 67. Here too you can see xy get cancelled, and we get another equation, that is 2x plus 3y. Oh, I missed 3 into 2, 6, right? This is 6 here. 3 into 2 is 6. On transposing 6 to the other side, it is 67 minus 6, that is equal to 61. So this is the second equation. Now, as you know, we are going to do elimination in such a case. So let me write down the 2 equation over here first. So I'm writing the 2 equation. The equations here are, one is this, another is this. So if I write this equation, and I need elimination, so I can figure out that what we can do here, I can multiply this equation by 3 and multiplying this equation by 5. This I'm doing so as to equate. You can conversely multiply the otherwise. as such no restriction that we have to eliminate the y only. Let's say, for example, the other option is multiplying this equation by 2 and multiplying by 3 will be the second way. So let's say if I begin with multiplying this first. So what we are getting here, we are getting 6x plus 3 into 3, that is 9y is equal to 6. 3 ones are 3, 6 3 are 18, right? So this is from here, and from here what you're getting 6x minus 10y, right? Because 5 into 2 is 10, and that is equal to 6 into 2, that is 12. Now, as you know that in elimination, we'll change the sign. So it's minus, plus, and minus. This will get cancelled. So what we get here, 9x plus 10x, that is 9y plus 10y is 19y. 3 minus 1 is 2, 8 minus 1 is 7, and this is 1. Now, what you need to do here, that means we'll be getting y. And how do we get y? By dividing 171 by 19. So that's what I'm going to do. So y is going to be 171 divided by 19. 19 times, if you know, then you know what is it 9 times. So we got y is equal to 9. Once we get the value of y, I'm going to get x. And for obtaining x, I'm using this equation. You can use either of them. So from here, what we can see, this is 3 times x minus 5 times y, and y is what? 9. So this is 9 is equal to 6. This implies we get 3x is equal to 9. This is how much? This is 45, right? On transposing to the other side, it's going to be positive 45. I'll use this space only. So we have 3x is equal to, adding this is 51, right? So x comes out to be 51 divided by 3. Is it 17? Has to be, right? So 51 divided by 3 is 17. So we got the value of x. Well, we must write down the end statement, and then in the end statement, that is the dimension is what they have asked for, not the area. So the dimension of the rectangle, you can say later on here that the length is equal to, how much we got as 17 centimeter. There is a no unit used here, is it? Square unit just says. So we'll say that 17 unit and not 17 centimeter. And likewise, you can see that the breadth is 9 unit. So you may write down the end statement over here. So this is how we can do. Now let's come to the next question. Now this is the second question in order. It says find the value of P and Q for which the system of equation represent coincident lines. So we have these lines. First is this and the second is this, and they are representing coincident line. Well, what you know about coincident lines, that is one line over the another. That means, say, if I make one line and I put another line over it, right? So you can figure out that they are coinciding, and in such a case, what we know regarding their coefficients, that a1 over a2 should be equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. Now check what is a1 here. a1 is 2 and a2 is this. So I can say that a1 over a2, a2 is p plus q plus 1 is equal to b1, which is this, and b2 is this. So the b1, which is 3 here, that divided by b2, and b2 is p plus 2q plus 2 should be equal to c1 over c2. c2 is this whole thing. Now make sure that they are on the same side, right? If your c1 is on left hand side of equal to, c2 must be also on the same. Now I should write this by opening the bracket. This way we can reduce the number of steps. It is 4p plus 4q plus 1. Now first I'll do cross multiplication between these two. So therefore we'll get the value of, let's say if I do cross multiplication between these two, so it's going to be what? 3 multiplied by this. And let me write it down. This is 3 multiplied by p plus q plus 1, and the other side it is 2 multiplied by p plus 2q plus 2. Now, if I open this bracket, this is what 3p plus 3 times q plus 3 into 1 is 3. The other side it is 2p plus 2 into 2, that is 4q plus 2 into 2, that is 4. Keeping p on the same side, that is 3p minus 2p should give you how much? P only. And this is 3q minus 4q will give you minus q. This is minus q. I'm transposing 3 to the other side. So it's 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. Here we got the first equation. Now in the next part, I'm obtaining the second equation by multiplying these two. So if I do so, let's say I do it here. This is what? 7, or let's take the other way. 3 multiplied by 4p plus 4q plus 1 should be equal to 7 multiplied by cross multiplication, right? So it's going to be 7 multiplied by p plus 2q plus 2. Now, if I open this bracket, 3 into 4 is 12, 12p plus 12 times q plus 3 into 1 is 3. Other side, it is 3 times p plus 7 into 2, 14q, and then 7 into 2, 14. So 12p minus 7p is what? 5 times p. And 12q minus 14q is what? Minus 2 times q. And if I transpose 3 to the other side, it's going to be 14 minus 3, that is 11. And this is our second equation. Now, in order to do elimination, as you can see that I'm going to multiply this with this when multiplied by what? 2. So as to equate q. We are going to eliminate. So 2 multiplied by p is what? 2p, and 2 multiplied by minus q is minus 2q, and 2 into 1 is 2. Now I will change the sign here. So this is minus, this is plus, and this is minus. This gets eliminated. 2p minus 5p minus 2p is what? 3p. And this is 11 minus 2 is 9. This implies that the p is 9 divided by 3, which is 3. We got the value of p. Now we are going to replace this p here with 3. So it's going to be what? 3 minus q is equal to 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to q. This implies q is equal to, well, this is q, right? This is q is equal to 2. So we can say that the value of p and q here is p is 3 and q is 2. Now let's move to the next. The next question, which is an MCQ, we are given the ratio of 3x plus 4y is to x plus 2y is 9 over 4. And what we have to obtain is the ratio of this, the other ratio. So let's say if I write this 3x plus 4y over x plus 2y is equal to 9 over 4. Now what we need is 3x. So what we can do, let's say if I do cross multiplication to simplify, that's what we can do. Okay, I'm doing the cross multiplication. So it's 4 times 3x plus 4y is equal to 9 times x plus 2y. So if you open the brackets, going to be what? 12x and 16y. And this is what? 9x plus 18y. Let's see if I keep x on the left hand side. So this is, all right. And on the right hand side, we are obtaining y just to obtain another relation. This is 12x minus 9x is what? 3x. And this was 18y, right? 18y minus 9y, 16y is 2y. What we have actually got, we got the ratio of, from here we can obtain x over y, right? It has to be 2 over 3. Now, why did I do so? It will be very clear when I do this working of the next part. That means we have to obtain 3x plus 5y over 3x minus y. So what I'm going to do here is divide the numerator and denominator by y. Now, why should I do so? Because so that we get x over y. So this is 3 divided by 3x, right, divided by y. And similarly plus 5 divide 5y, right? It is 5y divided by y. So I'm dividing the numerator and denominator by x. So this is again 3 over here. Yeah, that's 3 only. This is 3x in fact. So the denominator 3x divided by y. Likewise, here 5 also, which is not 5, this is minus y, minus y. So minus y, all right, this is minus y divided by y. So you can see this get cancelled. What we got here is 3 times x over y plus 5 plus 5. And below we are getting 3 times again x over y minus 1. Now you can see that we can replace x over y by this. So if we do so, what we are going to get is 3 times x over y is 2 by 3 plus 5. And below 3 times again x over y will be replaced by 2 by 3 minus 1. So 3 get cancelled, 2 get cancelled. What we get from here, in the numerator we have 5 plus 2, that is 7, and the denominator 2 minus 1 is what? 1. So the required ratio is going to be 7:1. Let's check, do we have? Yes, we have 7:1. That is option C is correct in this case.